Hi y'all, welcome to Self-Care Toolbox. I'm Kara. I'm here just to help you care for yourself and take care of yourself. Today I want to talk about my 5 favorite healthy grab-and-go snacks. Healthy eating is part of a habit. Making it become a habit is knowing what to get and getting things that make it easy for you. All 5 of these are pretty good for you and very low cost, and I'll go into that a little bit more and some things about their nutritional value. I want to remind y'all that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a certified health coach yet, but I've dealt enough with this stuff that I can share it with you, and I hope it helps. So the first one I want to talk about is an apple. I have here a Golden Delicious. I also looked up for Red Delicious and Gala apples. The nutrition's about the same across the board. There's not a whole lot of vitamins, there's a little bit. One thing I will say is it's an excellent source of fiber. 10% of your fiber in the Golden Delicious and 9 in the Gala and the Red Delicious. That's really good for you, and it curbs hunger. It's really great for that. It's only got an average of 57 calories. It does have 10 grams of sugar, but it's natural sugar. So yeah, so that's one of my favorite snacks, and it's so easy to grab and go, and you can eat it at room temperature or you can keep it cold, and it's really great for in between meals or with a sandwich instead of chips. Apples are the bomb. Number 2 is banana. I have a banana at least once a day. I like them in my oatmeal, but I also will grab them and take them for a snack, or sometimes I'll have it with granola or a really quick breakfast. If I have to get out the door, I'll at least have a banana. You want to have snacks in between meals. Don't let your blood sugar get too low. Banana on average does have 12 grams of sugar, so high sugar, but great amount of vitamins in it, an average of only 89 calories. It's got 8% potassium, 10% of your daily fiber, 18% of B6, 14% manganese, and 14% of vitamin C. Number 3, I have baby carrots. I just bought the big bag of them because it's so much cheaper. It's like a couple bucks. They also make these, I think Trader Joe's for sure, and maybe Safeway, where they'll have individual snack packs, so that makes it really easy. But even if it's not, you can put it in the container. I recommend portioning out at the beginning of the week, so if you do buy the bag, maybe split them up so you have a few days worth of snacks in smaller Tupperware, so you can just grab and go. If not, you can buy the single serving ones like I mentioned. Carrots are great. They're an awesome source of vitamin A, 276% of your daily value for vitamin A in one serving. 5% B6, 5% potassium, 8% manganese, 12% vitamin K, and 12% of your daily fiber, and only 35 calories per serving, and only 4.8 grams of sugar, so not as much sugar as the apple or the banana either. If you gotta have it with something, like if you're just getting into eating your vegetables, I used to feel like I needed ranch or hummus or something, and like sometimes I still do bring that stuff, but I'm also just totally cool eating them raw. But if you're just getting into it and you're trying to eat healthy, feel free to like put a little something on the side to dip it in. It'll be delicious. Number 4 is almonds. I gotta say, I have almonds every single day. I get these in a big box on Amazon. They're relatively inexpensive. These are raw and unsalted, okay? And that's really the best for you, but they make them in all kinds of flavors, or you can get them toasted. I would say definitely if you have high blood pressure, stay away from anything that's flavored and has extra salt, okay? Just get the raw without salt. But if you are just, like I said, trying to start to eat healthy and you need a little something and you just can't do the raw thing, I get that. Go ahead and get some flavored ones. It might have a little more calories. It's definitely going to have a lot more sodium. The unsalted raw is the best. These are only 100 calories, and these curb hunger really good. If you have these for a snack, you will definitely be able to go another couple of hours until your next meal, especially if you pair the almonds with a piece of fruit or the next one I'm going to talk about. They're still 8% of your daily fiber. They have only 1 gram of sugar, so definitely a good choice. It has 4 grams of your daily protein and 25% of your vitamin E and 10% manganese, so all good stuff. Last but not least, I'm a big fan of granola bars. I get a huge box of these on Amazon, and they're relatively inexpensive when you do it that way. They're relatively healthy. It's also a little bit of a guilty pleasure. I mean, it has chocolate chips in it. It actually has only 7 grams of sugar, which I was surprised, so it's not too terrible. I like to have these in the afternoon or with a banana for my grab and go breakfast if I'm just gotta get out the door. I'm one of those people that can't eat when I first wake up. I have to be up for a couple of hours before I can eat. So sometimes if I have to get up and I get ready, I'm not hungry until it's time to leave, and I'll just grab something. Otherwise, I'll have a nice healthy bowl of oatmeal or granola with some fruit. 100 calories, 8% calcium, and only 7 grams of sugar. So that's 5 of my favorite snacks. Definitely if you're struggling with any kind of mood thing, depression, anxiety, or if you're grieving, first things first, the first things any good doctor should tell you is that on average, you need 8 hours sleep a night. If you're in grad school like me and you get a few hours a night a couple times when it's crunch time and you're writing papers, that's not gonna kill you. But typically we do need an average of 8 hours sleep a night. You need a healthy diet and you need exercise. The older you get, especially middle age and onward, we need strength, flexibility, and cardio, some combination of that. So please keep that in mind. You can go to any doctor and tell them I have depression or I have anxiety, and a lot of them will just give you something, not even a psychiatrist, just a general physician. And again, I'm not a doctor. This is my personal philosophy. Unless you're in crisis mode, you might want to give things like diet, exercise, and sleep a chance, because on average it takes 2 weeks for an SSRI or an anti-anxiety medication for you to feel its full effects. Whereas if you change your diet for 2 or 3 weeks, you will feel like $1,000,000 and you might not even need it. You want to combine that with therapy if you were having some of those kinds of issues so that you can have new coping skills and stress management skills. But across the board, we would all be a lot healthier if we just ate healthier, slept, and exercise. That's baseline minimum for everyone, no matter who you are, to be physically and mentally healthy and to be the most productive you can be and to be the happiest. A note on all of these foods: organic is recommended, but you do not have to buy organic if you're on a budget. It's just do the best you can with your budget to eat healthy. Try to avoid a lot of added salt, try to avoid a lot of added sugar, empty fat calories. Try to get a good mix of fruits and vegetables. Broccoli is really great. Also, when it comes to sugar, especially if you juice or make smoothies, you really need to watch out with that. It takes double the fruit to make a smoothie or if you're juicing. So you can get a lot of sugar if you're making carrot juice or apple juice or something like that. You don't have to get organic. You don't have to get gluten-free unless you really feel that you're gluten intolerant, although a lot of people I know do recommend a gluten-free diet even if you're struggling with migraines or depression. There's some mixed studies on that, but it is something that you could try. Granola bars, you can get other kinds of bars that are healthier for you, that might be organic, gluten-free, that type of thing, or vegan, but those do cost a lot more money. So I just wanted to throw out the cheap option. Me, like, I'm a grad student. Prior to making my career change, I bought all organic and try to have my fridge stocked and try to prep everything, but I'm just sharing that you can just do whatever you can to make it work. If you're really on a budget, things like apples and bananas are relatively inexpensive, especially the non-organic ones. Trader Joe's has bananas for 29 cents each. Just one more tip about this stuff. Carrots, the serving size is 3 ounces, so it's like, what's 3 ounces? I don't use it anymore, but at one point in time I used to have a scale, one of those scales that you could measure in grams or ounces, and I would use it for things like measuring my granola, measuring my cereal, measuring chips, measuring serving sizes of spinach and carrots and things like that. So that's just an extra tip if you are watching your weight or your calories or your sugar. You can measure things out that way when you pre-portion them. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe. I hope it helps you. I'm going to be sharing more tips about how to get better sleep and maybe some recipes and more stress management tips, of course. And I'm connecting all of these things to neuroscience more and more in the future. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and have a great day.